In tonight's Our Future After the Fire, Action News Now reporter Cecile Juliet introduces us to a business owner who lost nearly everything in the Camp Fire, but has now found hope thanks to a very special organization.
Chuck Duran never thought he'd be living in his car.
I actually got burned here.
He built up 2 successful martial arts studios, one in Chico and one in Paradise, and he rented a home on the Ridge. Now the home and one business are gone.
I got my laundry detergent. There's my pillow. My blankets are in a bag, going to be washed.
For a while, Duran found shelter at his Chico studio, but because of zoning issues, he couldn't stay. After couch surfing for a while,
you know you're overstaying your visit, so yeah, it's easier just to be in your car.
I asked him what it was like living in his car.
There's a sense of being less than, a sense of victimhood, but also there's some gratitude for just staying warm and having a place to close your eyes. It doesn't feel safe.
The last 9 months have been an emotional struggle, and the PTSD from that awful November day stays with him.
Flames are on each side of the road, and you have to drive through it because you can't stop. And all of a sudden, there's a tunnel, and it engulfs my car. And I'm driving through it, and I'm thinking, wow, this is how I'm going to die.
He was physically spared, but is now a changed man. From the gregarious, outgoing coach.
After the fire, I've become a kind of a recluse. I mean, that's not how I usually live. When you're involved in something like that, where you're pretty sure you're going to die, yeah, that definitely leaves a mark on you. And not only that, you lose your home, everything in it. You lose your community. Your friends are scattered all over the place. Your way of life.
FEMA gave him about $8,000, which he used to pay rent on his remaining business that had to be closed for 3 months after the fire. From a successful tax-paying businessman to a homeless, depressed, and lonely guy practically overnight.
It's like you get knocked down, you look up and say, how did I get here? How did I get here?
Duran was feeling lost and hopeless, that is, until he was introduced to a caseworker with the Zucchi Foundation.
She had already been working 12, 13 hours, so you could see how tired she was. But she came in, she was gracious, she gave her time, she explained everything to me, and it felt so good to have someone come in and say, hey, we're here to help you get back to where you were, to get back into a home.
She set goals and is helping him meet each one at a time.
A lot of us are still in shock, so we need someone sometimes to grab our hand and help us away.
We're in a crisis right now. There's more survivors than there are disaster case managers. But because of the trauma, like serious trauma, like people, thinking they're going to die in the fire, they're still dealing with those feelings. So it's the first thing I say is like, I know this is a difficult time. I'm here for you. We're here together. We're going to go through this together.
The most important thing you need, I think, is hope. And that's what they bring. They brought a lot of hope to me that this is going to change, because I've had plenty of nights of sleeping in my car and not knowing what I was going to do. So hope is big, very big.
Fire survivors who are in need of a case manager can text this number, 898-211. You'll be placed on the community queue to be assigned a disaster case manager when there is an opening. Now, there are many foundations that need volunteers. The more volunteers they get, the sooner they can help more campfire survivors. Cecile Juliet, Action News Now.
Our Future After the Fire is proudly supported by Tri-Counties Bank. Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions.